Hey everyone, I'm back again with another r/surviving infidelity, and this one is titled How I Handled It. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. I found out my wife of 20 years found herself a younger boy toy, a 20-something coworker. It's funny, they think we're not going to feel something different going on. I sensed it right away. People who don't tell me they were pretty disconnected from the relationship in the first place. Unlike many people I've read about, I did not ignore my gut. I try to never ignore instincts in any situation, especially when dealing with people. Got the feeling something was off. Snooped her phone, and there it was. Spied for a few days, and sure enough, they planned a hotel meetup on a Saturday. As I expected, she came up with a story why she had to go out to some boring work thing that Saturday, so I said sure, no problem. I made sure my iPad was charged, and that Saturday, before she left, I tucked it in the back pocket of the passenger seat in her car. Sent the kids to my sister saying I had errands to run, then watched where the iPad was going. First to a restaurant, not one of our usual spots, then, like a cheap cliche it was, to a motel. It was only 20 minutes away, so I headed out. It didn't take long to stalk the motel to figure out where they were. What I couldn't believe is that it was one of those disgusting cheap motels that will rent by the hour. A hookers and junkies motel. The kind of place she turns her nose up to. Anyway, I knocked on about a half a dozen doors and found theirs. A man asked what I needed from behind the door. I said I needed to speak to my wife. He said she's not here. I said, fine, I'll wait here in front of this door for a week if I have to. After a couple of minutes, she comes out. She looked like she was in total shock. I just asked, are you happy? Is this what you want? Fine. You're an adult. Have fun. I left. She was calling after me, but I ignored her. I was crushed and knew I was going to cry, but no way I was going to let her see that. She left there immediately and went to her sister's. I was still watching where my iPad was going. Later, she called and told me we got married so young and she was confused what she wanted. I said, you don't have to be confused. Do what you want. The marriage vows are broken, so I'm going to do what I want. I know this isn't recommended, but it worked for me. I ghosted her in our own house. I was always polite and cordial, but not loving in any way. I created a Tinder profile and started dating. This crushed my wife. She had several emotional breakdowns with uncontrollable sobbing fits. She begged me to stop and let's go to marriage counseling. I said I liked her idea better and that I was enjoying myself. I wasn't hiding in the shadows like her. I was doing my business in the light of day. I was doing great on Tinder. I keep myself in shape, am educated, make a great living, am honest and kind. I had no problem getting dates with very nice and attractive women. I told them exactly what was going on in my life because I don't want to be dishonest. Of course, boy toy dumped her because his wife found out and she and he were trying to work it out. I told my wife to hit Tinder up and find herself a new guy. This would send her into crying fits. I never cried in front of her and I never begged her. Of course, what she did hurt me horribly, so I sedated those emotions by moving on. Ended up dating and being intimate with several beautiful women, younger than my wife. This was destroying her. That confusion of hers was long gone. She wanted us. I did too, so I stopped dating and we went to marriage counseling. We're long recovered now. This was several years ago. We don't dwell on the past. We talk about it openly. She asked me once if any of my girlfriends were better than her in bed, and I replied, oh yeah, one of them was amazing. I then explained how she was amazing, and now my wife works those things into our repertoire. I think the thing that snapped her out of it so quickly and had her begging me was how easily I can move on. She knows that I have no problem ghosting her and can be dating someone else a couple of days later. Say what you want, but it worked for me. People have asked if I have mind movies or feel inferior to the other man. I say, of course not. He's the kind of creep that has hookups in cheap motels with aging married women with self-esteem issues. Is that all he can score? No. I'd never feel inferior to a dude like that. If this happens to you, maybe give this a try. An unconventional approach, maybe, but it worked for us. And the first comment says, this is a pretty amazing thread. I'm 1 year separated, wife had an affair, and I found the emails. I took my ring off and told her I would be hooking up/dating for a while. I completely took control of the situation, which made me irresistible, I guess. I was a good husband and turned down numerous opportunities over 13 years because I couldn't sleep at night doing that to someone I loved. Now, I'm not sure I want to reconcile, but we have 2 kids, so I think about it. Dating showed me how many great ladies are out there. I'm fit and nearly 50s, and while I don't feel as energetic as I used to, I'm amazed at the interest I've had, particularly from women in their 20s. I haven't gone there as it seems too young, but it's an ego boost. Also, I enjoy living apart, so it's hard to imagine moving back in. And the second comment says, I can respect this approach. Not exactly the same thing, but wife proposed open marriage at her request. She found someone immediately, which I think she already had lined up. Then when I finally found someone, she forbid me to sleep with her. For the record, I didn't really even want to, but I wanted equality on both sides. When she refused to budge and still wanted to play, I left even though she begged me. She kept sleeping with him, and I found a better girl. We both still didn't like the idea of divorce. About 9 months later, we were both single, so we have it another shot. Since I now felt more comfortable that we both had gone outside the marriage. We did not reconcile, but at least we were able to be calm and rational and realize that the problems leading up to those events were still there. But without dating, I wouldn't have been able to feel very comfortable and have the equal footing to ever not feel resentment. And the third comment says, I don't condone your methods, but results are results. It was cruel, but it had to be done. It helped your wife understand how it felt to be betrayed and left for someone else. It also helped her understand that it only takes one unfaithful act to ruin years of a relationship. Sad part was, when you were with other women, you were more honest than she was, and she may have to live with the reality that she caused that. But I'm glad you guys found a way to hash things out, and I hope you continue to have many more years of happiness. I do have one question. Has your wife ever understood why you did what you did, other than because she cheated, or was that the only reason then? Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below and let me know if there's any other subreddits you guys would like me to make videos on, and also like the video and please subscribe.